everyone, Random Randy here. This is just going to be a video where I'm going to be chatting a little bit about everything that's been going on, and somewhere towards the end of it I'm going to announce the winner for my giveaway, which I should have done last week, but many things have happened, so I'm going to fill you in on what has been going on as much as possible. As many of you know, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it as acutely as I am, it is day 5,742 of quarantine. Not really, but that's how it feels. It's actually May 1st today, so happy May Day. So there are a lot of things that I had been planning to do, and then I had been planning on filming for all of you to witness, and then, as it always does, life happens. The boys are with Adam for a few more days right now. Adam is my ex-husband. I am divorced, but I do live with my boyfriend of over a year now. We've been living together since just before Thanksgiving last year. And I'm glad that they are with him, because 2 nights ago, around midnight, luckily, my boyfriend and I were both still awake. Somebody pounded on our door and told us that one of our garages was on fire. Thankfully, the fire station is not too terribly far down the road, and we rescued the important things from there before the blaze got too bad. The next door neighbors didn't fare quite as well as we did. Everybody is physically okay. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, but they had a lot more structure damage than we did. And I'm not going to say anything about where the fire originated from, because we're going to be dealing with some fun stuff to make sure that the garage and RV can both get repaired. And you all know that legal things are super, super awesome. But yeah, so we are okay. It was super scary, but everyone is all right. My boyfriend, from running into a burning building to retrieve his motorcycles, and I helped him because my children weren't with me, thank God. He had some really heavy smoke inhalation, so we took him to urgent care yesterday, and they gave him an inhaler for a few days to relieve the pressure he had in his chest, but we're okay. I have a little teeny scuff on my arm that you probably can't even see, but we're okay. I'm just glad that the boys weren't here when it happened. And it is first thing in the morning, so if I look gross and sound really froggy, it's first thing in the morning. I want to make sure I get this done, and I've been telling myself for days, just wait until after you take a shower and do it then. Wait till after you take a shower, do it then. And then I take a shower and find 50 other things to do in the house, so it doesn't get done. And if you hear a really annoying rattling tick, 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 tick noise, it's my computer, my laptop, my trusty, rusty laptop that hopefully will soon get a break. So that's another one of the fun things that I was hoping to have completely set up by now. It is now the 1st of May, and on the 1st of April, I ordered a new computer tower and a huge frigging monitor. I have a 40-inch television that I have been using as a computer monitor. I was intending to use it with my new shiny super fast laptop that had like 32 gigabytes of RAM and all sorts of fun things. However, the computer functioned for about a week and then started to give me all sorts of errors. I, being pretty tech savvy, went through all of the things I know to do to try to alleviate the problem. Nothing worked, so I called their tech support, and it's a local company. I won't name them because their customer service was quite good, but I still didn't end up with a functioning unit. So that was the first tower. I sent it back to them after a week, and 2 days later I got another tower that worked for 4 days and then stopped working. went through the same thing with the tech support and ran through all the same things again. And I was like, oh my God, I've already done all this. It's not going to be any different because you're watching. Sent that one back. Got a third one. No crap. The first day, I got the new one. The third one, I was like, if the third one doesn't work, 3 strikes, you're out. I quit. I'm done. I plugged it in, and it's fine as long as you don't do anything other than browse the internet. Why the hell would I get a computer with 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is random access memory, speed? So what your computer needs to be able to run high power programs is RAM, and also, processing speed is important too. But yeah, seriously, why would I get a computer like that if all I wanted to do was browse the internet? Anytime I tried to download or install a program, it would just hard shut down. It didn't work. And then with the third one, a few times when I turned it on, the entire screen would be completely pixelated and have like random bars all through it in like a brick configuration. And I know it's not my monitor because I've got it hooked up to my laptop right now. So I have my laptop hooked up and I have the monitor attached to it. And I also have a keyboard and my mouse attached to it so that I can sit in this lovely, comfy, reclining leatherette chair that also has a stool, because I mounted the monitor on the wall and it's a little bit higher than it probably should have been. So sitting in a regular chair, I was having to do this to look up at it, and it was not pleasant. So I got this chair, which reclines, and I've already broken it in. It has been christened with a nap. I took a nap in it after sleeping like crap, probably the third day after I had put it together. Yeah. But I just got the text notification that the refund for my third tower finally went through, because I called them back and I was like, this one still doesn't work. Here are all the problems with it. Can I please send it back and get a refund? Because the company that I got it from is quasi-local-ish here in Washington, and their return policy was within 90 days. Amazon's is within 30, and it was still within the 30 for Amazon. So if they were going to fight me on it, I was just going to go above their heads and go through Amazon to get it done, even though that would have meant a restocking fee and a bunch of other crap, because I'm not going to sit on a computer that doesn't work. If I had wanted just a bare tower and to build it myself for functionality, I could have done that. But I wanted to buy one that I could plug it in and it would work, and it didn't. So here we are. But I just got the notification that I have the refund. So now I actually found a tower through Newegg that has twice as much RAM, and it's only going to cost me $10 more than this one. And it'll be here in about a week. So I'm going to be doing that as soon as I'm done talking your ear off about everything and nothing all at once. But yeah, that, I did start a little bit of a backyard patio garden. I planted 2 raspberry plants and 20 strawberry plants. And I went out and trimmed down and replanted the roses that were already on the property here when my boyfriend moved in, because they were just planted in this random spot right next to the walkway that goes inside. And I'm like, what a dumb spot to put roses. I don't understand why. It didn't make sense to me. I'm not sure 100% what type of roses they are, but judging from the blossoms they had on them last season, they're probably orange crush roses or something similar to that. If I can get them to bloom, then I'll be able to figure it out, because you guys know that I had the blue girl roses when I lived back on post with my ex-husband. But unfortunately, he dug them up and killed them at the end of the summer last year, rather than letting me pot them and bring them with me. Yeah. But in other good news, the boyfriend has said that we can till up the grassy patch out back and have a proper garden, which is good, because I was about to go nuts ordering grow bags and containers so that I could plant some food, because I really hate going to the grocery store, any grocery store, and there not being hardly any fresh produce except for like bananas and grapes and things that I have no intention to grow anyway. I would much rather be able to grow my own greens and lettuce and cucumbers, and I'm actually going to try planting potatoes, so I have to take a couple of the ones that we have in the closet, try to get them to sprout, and then chop them up and plant them and see if I can get them to grow. Is there anything else that I was wanting to talk about? I still don't know what's going on with my school. They sent us a survey a couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, asking how we would like to proceed with schooling. And the option that I chose would be start online schooling for the few classes where we don't have any hands-on stuff to do. You know, it's not like a practice this technique, it's more of a learning science-y stuff and business practice and medical billing and things that you don't really need to be in person for. You could do it like any other online class. That, and then have a more accelerated, more than 3 days a week schedule. So, unfortunately here, the biggest factor is waiting on all of my classmates to submit their option, and with there being like 20 other people in my class, hoping that they will pick the same one. I think that most of them will, but if there's one or two that make it so that we don't have that, then who knows? Because the other option was to wait until everything opens back up, have classes 7 days a week, 5 to 7 days a week, and the third one was just to maintain the schedule the way it was, and it's going to take longer to graduate. But this way, if we get on the accelerated learning path that they were talking about, I could be going to take my MBLEX before what would have been my regular graduation date anyway, which would be awesome. So I have some reading that I need to start doing so I can get caught up on the kind of sort of not really assigned homework that one of our teachers gave to us, because we asked him on the last day we were there, we were like, you know, are there any certain sections of the book that we could go over just so we have something to do to not go crazy, because we don't know how long this thing is going to last. There are just so many house noises going on right now. I have no idea why the heater is kicking on. It's been fairly nice here though. And today is today Friday? Yeah, today's Friday, so the weather's actually supposed to be nice today. I don't know if I'll be going for a run or if I'm not going to bother after things 2 days ago. And it sucks because that day I had spent all day outside potting the raspberries and the strawberries and tilling and digging up and replanting the roses. So I was sore anyway. And then all that stress crap and not getting to sleep until like 3 in the morning. And then waking up before 8 because if the sun's up, I can't sleep through it. I can't. I suppose that's a healthy thing. I think that's really all I have to chat about for the time being. Yeah, I think that's it. So the only other thing I'm going to mention is I already did the comment picker thing and it's on my giant monitor up there. I'm going to attempt to do a print screen on it, but if I can't, because my laptop is not happy and not doing all the things it should right now, which is making me really nervous because not having a computer at all, even for a few days, would be catastrophic for me. I'm going to read to you the winner that it has already chosen because I couldn't get it to do a screen cap of it as it was going. So the winner from the giveaway of the hand-dyed yarn and the bag and the coaster, and I don't know if there was anything else. It's been too long. I've got it all in a bag, so. Is Donna Jean Powell, and her comment was, I'm an introvert, so I'm good at keeping sane. I have been crocheting, loom knitting socks, just the normal things I do every day. So Donna, get in touch with me. I'm pretty sure you're in the Facebook group. So get in touch with me there so I can get your address, and I will get this sent out to you as soon as possible. And we'll get that taken care of. So hopefully sometime soonish I will get another regular yarny video going. As you can see, I've been at work getting other storage put up in here, and yes, there's toys all over the floor because this is what I call the kid den, but it also has this other half of the room that is all of my computer stuff and work stuff. So yeah, my kids are here sometimes too, so there's evidence of their existence. And no, I don't always completely pick up after them when they're not here, because as soon as they get here, they're just going to get it back out again. So unless I'm sweeping the floor, nope, not one of the things I'm going to stress myself out about. So with that being said, I hope that you all are doing as well as possible. I hope you are staying sane. If you guys are doing any gardening or anything, or if you're learning a new skill, let me know. On top of gardening, I am going to be getting myself a basic set of woodworking power tools within the next week or two, because I am really having the urge to build things. And now that we have a structure that's damaged, if we don't get people to come in and rebuild it for us, then I will get to use them to help rebuild the garage, which is pretty cool. My dad's a carpenter, so it's kind of exciting to think about getting to do things like that, like he has always done. So, as I said, I hope you guys are all doing well. Stay as well as possible. Take reasonable precautions. If I were to get into how I really feel about this whole thing, I feel like a lot of you wouldn't want to watch me anymore. So I'm not going to completely go into my thoughts on this entire debacle, but some of you know. Some of you who are on my personal Facebook know how I feel about all of this, and that's fine. And just a note to some people, if you are adding me on my personal Facebook, I swear a lot. I post things that might be considered controversial. None of them are anti-monotheistic religion in any way, but I am also a pagan, so sometimes you will see things of that nature. And no, I am not a Luciferian or a theistic Satanist in any way, shape, or form. Although I do find it interesting to study, just to learn about it. Because there's nothing wrong with having knowledge, right? Right. So on that note, I will catch you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.